Welcome to part 2 of our 4-part video series on AI discrimination in hiring. In this episode, we take a closer look at the data, and what it reveals is deeply troubling. Recent research and audit findings show that AI-powered resume screening tools exhibit significant bias. Resumes with white associated names are selected 85% of the time, while female associated names receive favorable responses only 11% of the time. Even more alarming, black male candidates are almost never selected over equally qualified white male applicants. These numbers aren't just statistics. They reflect a hidden layer of discrimination built into hiring algorithms that are supposed to be neutral and fair. If you haven't watched part 1, where we introduced the foundations of AI bias in recruitment, be sure to check the description box below. You'll find links to all 4 parts of this essential series. In today's video, we'll break down what the data actually says about how your name can impact your job prospects, and uncover the shocking truth behind name-based discrimination in algorithmic hiring. The numbers behind name-based discrimination. White-sounding names trigger a positive response from most commercial screening algorithms. A 2024 audit by researchers at the University of Washington fed 40,000 paired resumes, identical in every way except the first name, into 7 leading AI resume screeners. Across all tools, resumes with white associated names such as Greg or Emily were shortlisted 85% of the time. When the same qualifications were paired with traditionally black male names like Darnell or Jamal, the shortlist rate dropped to under 2%. Female associated names fared better than black male names, but still saw only an 11% shortlist rate, even when credentials were a perfect match to male counterparts. The same audit showed the AI needed 30 extra bullet points of accomplishments on a resume with a black male name to generate the same score given automatically to the white male resume. How algorithms end up preferring certain names. Most resume screeners are trained on old company hiring data. If a firm historically hired mostly white men, the AI learns that pattern and treats those combinations of letters in a name as a sign of success. Names act as proxies for race, gender, and sometimes even social class, so the bias slips in even when the developers never coded race or gender as explicit variables. Because the model optimizes for whatever got past recruiters in the past, it reinforces yesterday's prejudices at lightning speed today. Real-world consequences for applicants. Applicants with white associated names often get an automated "you're moving on to the next stage" email within minutes. Black male applicants with identical qualifications frequently receive silent rejection messages or never hear back at all. In one public case study, a Latino software engineer applied to 200 roles under the name José. He then sent the same 200 applications under the anglicized name Joe. Joe landed 37 interview requests. José landed 4. That gap forces many candidates to whiten their resumes, removing cultural references or even legally changing their name to get a fair look. Beyond names, facial and voice recognition shortfalls. AI doesn't stop at scanning text. Many companies use video interview platforms that parse facial expressions, tone, and word choice. Independent tests reveal error rates up to 34% higher for darker-skinned candidates than for lighter-skinned ones. Women with natural hairstyles are misclassified as unprofessional, twice as often as their male peers with short haircuts. Voice analysis tools score non-native English accents, especially West African and South Asian accents, as less confident or clear, dropping candidate scores by as much as 25%. The technical explanation is simple. These systems are trained on audio dominated by native US and UK speakers, so anything outside that norm looks risky to the algorithm. Why these errors matter. A single misread facial expression or flagged accent can push a qualified applicant below an automated cutoff. Because the process happens in milliseconds and at an industrial scale, thousands of resumes and video clips are discarded before a human ever sees them. That means systemic bias isn't just possible, it's baked into the first gate of the hiring funnel. With these numbers painting such a stark and undeniable picture, it becomes clear just how deeply the playing field is tilted and exactly which groups are bearing the brunt of algorithmic discrimination. These aren't isolated flaws. They're patterns affecting real people, often those already marginalized in traditional hiring processes. In part 3 of this series, we go even deeper. We'll uncover which groups are facing the harshest outcomes from AI-driven hiring, including how age and disability status play into biased screening results. What happens when a resume signals that you're older or that you live with a disability? The answers may shock you. Don't miss it. The link is in the description below. If you found this video informative, please give it a like, share your own hiring or resume screening experiences in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe. We're committed to exploring the hidden impacts of technology, and your support helps this conversation reach more people who need to hear it.